Alrighty, let's get some railroading done. Welcome to Run 8, version 3. It looks a lot like version 2. Little bit of graphical improvement. But not a whole lot. That's okay. We've got a lot of cool stuff. Including AI hump yard control. That's pretty neat. So we're going to start off... hey, howdy Crimson Zamboni. We're going to start off by getting this train here that just got dispatched in. We're going to break it apart and get it humped into the yard. So that'll be our first task. Another new feature is AI dispatcher. So it has an automatic dispatcher you can turn on. So it's actually running the railroad right now, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to kick back and run some trains, you can just let it run the railroad. So it's doing stuff. But one thing I have to figure out is how do I get control of this yard from the dispatcher. So we're going to look into that and kind of figure things out as we go. Did this train over here ever get going? Nope. He's still waiting. This poor train. It's been waiting forever. I guess it's letting that one on through for whatever reason. It has its own, like, priorities and everything. I guess that container train is more important than the other container train. Here, let's watch the train roll by. Then we'll get started. It's got a new updated sound engine. It uses F-Mod now, which you might be familiar with from some flight simulator add-ons. Run 8's always had decent sounds. But it kind of seems like the sounds are just, I don't know, richer. More detailed. Sounds good, though. At least it sounds good in my headphones. But anywho, let's see if we can get this figured out. We need to break the power off of this train. Where am I? It's easy to get lost here. We are this track. So I started with the busy Barstow default scenario. So we've got trains and stuff everywhere. So we need to grab this train. That is now me. Apparently it has no brakes. Awesome. And set the handbrakes. So the AI just pulled this train in. Now we're going to do stuff with it. First of all, we're going to break the power off. So let's get down on the ground. Boink. The track stuff looks a little more detailed. It's loud back in here. We've got new options. You have to connect the air hoses now when you couple up. You can't just let them break apart automatically like they should. Can I know some of the locomotive stuff. Yeah, we can. All right. Close that. And close that. Some of the locomotive controls in the cab you can use with the mouse now, which is nice. Do we have any mid-train power? I don't think we do. You go to... I'm just going to cheat. Use the magic button to get down here to the end. So we got this power here on the back as well. His handbrake should be on. Go ahead and close off these ankle cocks. Open that coupler pin. Go back to the head end of the train. It doesn't magically teleport you anymore. You just zoom right through the middle of the train. So we should be ready to pull all this power off. But I need to contact the dispatcher and see if we can figure out how to get control of this area. That's all new to me, so I have to figure it out. Pull that uncoupler pin. No more Star Trek noises? I'm not sure. I don't remember hearing the Star Trek noises. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in the cab. How do you do this? There we go. You can open the windows now. Yay! Pretty cool. No, it was Run 8 version 2. Has the teleporter noise. Also had the little communicator noise as well. What else can we interact with anything else in here? How do I close that? That's the question. No idea. I got it open. Cool. Well, the window's open now. Yeah, I don't know how to close the window. We need to call up the dispatcher, though. So we are in... We over here? What unit am I? Yeah, I'm in 9145. So we're right here. That's what I thought. So we need to do channel 3213. Call up the dispatcher. There we go. And then DTMF star 13. So there's a lot of waiting, like real railroading. Request mainline authority. Maybe? Authority granted. Okay. So... Does that mean I can switch this guy? Cannot throw a switch. Maybe I need to get out here and request authority. I'm not sure how this works. It's going to be a learning process. So we can relinquish mainline. Then... Did I just hit that? I thought I could just hit the dispatch button. Maybe not. Gotta hit that repeater. Okay, so dispatch said 10-4. Somebody's going to tell me to wait for signal. Yeah, because we're not lined to get out of here. If I can't figure this out soon, I'll just turn off the dispatcher for this segment of the railroad. We'll go do our own thing. This is a new feature, so I wanted to try it out. Switches the line for another train right now. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Who does he have it lined for? No idea. I really just need that switch. I just need the yard. I don't need everything else. I don't don't see who he has coming in here. There's somebody coming in from Needles. 7746. Yeah, I'm not sure who he's waiting on. Hey, Lindo. No, there's just one dispatcher. Otto, the dispatcher. So I might have to take control. I'm not sure who he's waiting on. There's nobody green coming through this area right now. And I also don't want to sit here for like 45 minutes waiting for trains. So we may just have to go do our own thing. Alright, let me cancel with them just so it doesn't get confused. Oh, I guess I don't have to cancel my request. Okay, whatever. So let's do this. Auto dispatcher's disabled for Barstow, Yermo. So now we own this screen. All these tracks full? I'm not sure how the new dispatcher screen works. Okay. What I want to do is get across over here and back into engine services, but I don't know how to do that. Fail. I thought you could right-click to unlock stuff. It's almost acting like there's another train, but I don't know where the other train is. So that signal's flashing. Well, I got them all to flash. I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that won't switch, though. I won't quit flashing. Yeah, let's start over. Oh yeah, it's got a cooldown. Is there a real dispatcher in the house? Please come forward. This works a lot different, and from what I'm told, a lot more realistically than version 2. Getting closer to realistic, but I don't know how real dispatch stuff works. Another absolute signal is already lined or running time for this route. Don't know what that means. Can I just throw the switch? Hey, I got the switch to throw. I'm not sure how, but... Now I can't get these to throw. Pretty sure those are dispatcher controlled, right? Yeah, that whole crossover is dispatcher controlled. Okay, well I got my turnout to go. Why won't this switch? I don't know if it's a bug or a feature. That's the problem when you get a new sim. DS menu. Yeah. You could do that. So you can do that instead of punching it in the radio. So these need to be clear, not red. Really confused right now. Sorry, folks. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe it's because this already cleared. So do I have to... Maybe I have to get those going, and then... I gotta wait for this to cool. It's got like a 20-second cooldown. Maybe I have to get those primed and then set my route? Oh wait, they went. Oh. Maybe it's just a timeout thing. Okay. Maybe it's just a timeout thing. We should be able to pull forward now. We're uncoupled from the terrain. Air looks good. Let's get some headlights on. Let's do it. I'm using my rail driver. It seemed to work just fine. I had to calibrate it before anything would work. Other than that, it works just fine. So I need to get over here and then back into that one. I think that goes to the engine house service area. So a lot to learn with the new version. Especially around yard work if you've got the auto dispatcher on. So I'm going to drop to the ground because I can't see anything. I stop like a foot too short. That's what I usually do. All right, back over to here, and then we need to figure this out again. I want to go there. I might have to pull farther forward for that to throw. Set that back to normal as well. Alright, let's pull on forward. This rail driver is not working the best. Might need to calibrate it with its own utility as well. I don't know how far away I have to get before that'll go. Hopefully not too far. Trying to remember. Yeah, there we go. Save position. So I'm gonna have to stop up here. Okay, that did it. Excellent. That one lined. This one hasn't switched over yet, though. It's still flashing for whatever reason. Oh, no, it went. There's walking sounds now. Hey, we're into manual switch territory. This I understand. There we go. We'll just back up here to the fuel stand and call it good. There's a way to look out the window. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, I can look backwards. There's a way to hang your head out the window. Yeah, leave that up. It's handy with the rail driver doesn't have physical notches, so it's handy to see what it's doing sometimes. Little fast. Yeah, see the Loco's making the turn. Parking brake on. So we're done with that cut of locos. So I should probably shut all these down. There's still no shutdown sound? It's kind of disappointing. Nope, no shutdown sound. It just stops. We do have a lot of ambient sounds and other like railroad sounds. All right, so now you can go back to normal. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. Actually, maybe I can just use these to hump it. We need to get the rear power off, though. Let's see. So it looks like that's the lead unit. Make sure those are all set up correctly. So you're fine, you can shut off. So we should be able to just pull forward now. Uh-oh. Something drifted. I opened that coupler, but it got pushed back into it. I should have checked that. That was my bad. Oops. Try that again. There we go. Uh-oh. What'd I do? You're closed. Oops. I did something wrong. I have no throttle control. Why did we trip the PCS? That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, we got to reset. Oh. Didn't realize that. Why was that open? Okay, weird. Well, I should check everything. I shouldn't assume it was set up correctly when the AI pulled it in here. Unless that was a bug. That was weird. Alright, it should be in suppression, but I'm not sure. I think it starts flashing, though. After 2 minutes. There we go. You actually have to put it in emergency. This one tells you what to do. This loco does. It's nice. The older ones you have to guess or just remember the procedure. So we're gonna wait 60 seconds. 42 more seconds of the 60. Reset the train system. So we'll move this power down. Let's go take a quick look. We're going to stick this power. We need... need to get it out of here. I need to get this power here cleaned up too. I might just shove it down into there. Get it out of the way. And then I can clean those up later. There we go. Should be routed through all that. Yep, that'll work. All right, stop back in the cab. Brakes reset. And put the parking brake on. Yeah, that was odd. I don't know why that happened. So I see there's a grade percent on here. I'm not sure how that works or comes into play. We're apparently on a little bit of an upgrade because we're losing speed at a decent rate. Trying to keep it around 15. Yeah, 15 is the speed limit. Or actually, I could take it over to this other shed. Let's do that. It'll let me switch this. Yeah, there we go. I don't have to turn off the detector stuff. Because that's not for my train. Sort of a crossing. So I realized I don't remember how to get over here. Okay, so I can just go down to that track. And then in. Are these these are manual? Yeah, these are manual switches. Alright, cool. That'll work. What's up, CV Dub? I don't know a lot. Just, I would say a little bit. Mostly picked up from like model railroading and just playing Run 8. Watching videos of people that actually know what they're doing. Yeah, probably more than average. What's up, Dave? Choo choo. Definitely got a little upslope there. Almost did it again. Alright, we'll probably just tie that down over here. Call it good. Got some new sounds, I'm pretty sure. That sounds different. Alright, parking brake on. You're already stopped, so you're good. Sounds like it needs a tune-up. I was really hoping they would add like a shutdown sound. It's got a start-up sound. It doesn't have a shutdown sound. Oh well. All right. Relinquish. And back to free fly. So now what we want to do is I'm going to have the AI hump this terrain. That's the theory anyway. Let me make sure this is still loaded. Yep. That was just some cars that were there. So if you're not familiar with how a hump yard works, basically you push the train up the hill and the cars coast down into the appropriate tracks, and there's a computer that like reads barcodes or whatever. I don't know a ton about it, but so the computer, there's nothing here to show it, but the computer will scan the cars and then it will uncouple them in groups of like 1 to 3. And then it uses these automatic switches and speed retarders to manage their speed, and it'll just sort them into the different tracks they go in based on their destination. And that's modeled in Run 8. So new in version 3, you can have an AI do that for you. You used to have to do it yourself as far as driving the train. Now you can have an AI do it. So we need to get you back. Get back to kind of how it was. There we go. That switch moved. Oh, no, wait, we're in this track. I keep forgetting. The way the diagram is a little different than you'd think. Actually need those switched. That switched. There we go. We're coming out of R5. All right, I'm going to re-engage Otto, which is the new Auto AI dispatcher. Let him do his thing, and I'm going to try again to like work with him to get track authority. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to give it a try, though. Could use this power. That's already set up to hump with those two, but that's okay. I need to move this power anyway, so we're going to use this power. Well, he's getting ready to move. This is an SD45-2. Really? Oh, wait. Relinquish my train. There. This has got the... I think that's the really tall gear ratio, isn't it? So they've added all kinds of new stuff. One of which is different gear ratios. These are made for fast running. So that may be a bad choice. Make sure I relinquish that. That might be a bad choice. Let's go look. No, maybe that's the normal gear ratio. I forget what the gear ratios are. Let me go look. Because now I'm curious. User guide. There's a thing in here about... the gear ratios. Is it in this doc? For options, retainer valves. All the air brake stuff is even better now. Nope, it's not in that dock. Which one was it in? Do. Key binding changes. Is it locomotive failures? No. But you can have like low water and stuff now. Manned helper. Crap, I know it was in here. You're not going to search in the PDFs for me? Well, shoot. Is it in manned helpers? Nope. Somewhere in here, in all this documentation, he talked about the gear ratio. Maybe I just missed it in here. No, this is talking about coupler draft gear. Oh, it's in the rail unit stats menu. There it is. More about the gear ratio. Oh, typical is 6215. Okay. That's good. The tall gears are 5918. Okay. We're good. We're all good. Get chat back up. Sorry, gang. This is a simulator, so you often have to consult the documentation. So we'll use these locos because they're already down here. I need to move them anyway. Now I need to relinquish my train. There we go. All right, and let's see. Go in here. Can you still not start these from the cab? Can't hardly see anything. Let's then start, stop, isolate. Yeah, I don't see the start switch here anywhere. All right, no problem. Whee! Some of the locomotives you can actually start from the cab, some you can't. Alrighty then. A little bit of a rough transition between sound sets there, but not too bad. Alright, is this thing... Yeah, it was completely cold and dark, so... Some stuff turned on here. Headlight on. That ought to do it. A lot of stuff you can just click a button and do it. Sometimes it's fun to run around and check all the stuff. Alright, you guys are all connected. You get the MU hoses connected up. Do I have to do that on both sides? No, we're good there. We're closed. And let's see. Hop up here. I don't remember how I get in the... No, how do I get in the cab of the trailing unit? There's some weird thing you have to do. So I've boarded it. How do I enter it? Well, not that button. That apparently switches ends. Engineer view. Oh, it's right control for the head out view. Oh, there's so many buttons. I haven't played for a while, so I don't remember all the arcane key controls. What the heck is it called? Is it that key? I should have a button for that. Oh no, that changes the controlling unit. I didn't want to do that. Crap. Yeah, that's how you can change the controlling unit. That's not what I wanted to do, though. Yeah, that's our controlling unit now. I want to, like, enter the... Oh, for crying out loud. I'm sorry, gang. Back to the docks. User guide. Key bindings. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm looking through the... Jump into the engineer seat of the controlling locomotive. Yeah. That's not what I want, though. Well, I know there's a way to do it, but by golly, I can't find it. No, that wasn't it. That did something, though. That put me in the cab. Oh, brother. What's happening? That's the one that switches you back and forth. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna hit that button. That's the easy way to do it. There's a way to enter the cab of the non-controlled locomotive, but I can't remember what it is. This game has so many controls. Wasted 10 minutes of my life on that. Alright, so now I want to get over it and I want to hook onto this train. But to do that, I'm going to need dispatcher permission. Actually, not that train. This train right next to me. So how do we get the correct permission? Let's give it a whirl. It was 32 star 13. Actually, we can just do this. That sets it up automatically. I want to request relinquish mainline authority. Maybe. Okay, so authority granted. But that only gives me control of this block. That's not what I want. Cannot throw a switch. Okay, so that doesn't do what I want. I'm not sure if there is a way to do what I want. Request next siding Santa Gulls if you're, say you're out on the main line somewhere. It'll route you into the next passing siding. So it'll get you off the main. I don't think that would do what I want to do. Last time I tried this, it was going to take forever. Hey, what's up, BV? Alright, we can't leave yet, but... we can ease down. Proceed on signal indication. Okay, well this time it let us out. Last time it looked like it was going to take forever waiting on the train. But I don't actually want to depart the yard completely. I want to hook onto that train right there. That's far enough. So now let's see if I can do something else to get backed into there. Authority granted. Ooh, now we got like the whole yard. That's what I wanted. Oh, it's not going to let me throw the switch? Even though I have authority? Okay. Aha! Take that. Wait, do I need to leave that blue? I think I need to leave that blue. Alright, let's back up before I get in trouble. That's a hop on here. Zoink! Slow down a little early, but I'm super rusty. Takes a lot of practice running trains. I'm rusty. I should have canceled my routing. I think I might have confused him. Solid couple. All right, so we need to connect the air hose. You're closed, so I'm going to open you. Then I need to go to the back of the train. Whee! And you are closed. That's good. Back to the other end of the train. Hey, TKM. Graphics aren't the focus of Run 8. They're a little bit improved, but about the same. A little more detail. It's all about the stuff actually working how it should with Run 8. Which means it's easy to mess stuff up. So that's open. We can get some partial going there. Flow rate looks good. This, I bottled up the air, which you're not supposed to do in this train. Woo! Okay. I think we're good. Alright, we'll let that flow throughout the train. I can actually bring up a graph. Uh-oh. What's going on there in the middle of the train? If you go to run8studios.com, they've got a link there near the top that's like, it's not the buy version 3, but like see what's different. There's a link there and it goes through all the stuff. Oh, you've read it? All right, cool. Yeah, graphics wise, not a ton. Let me pop up here. It looks a little better in my opinion. I think the shadows, performance might be a little better, but I've got a really good PC, so performance was never really an issue. To me, it looked like the models, whoa, maybe were a little more detailed, but it's been a while since I've played Run 8, so I can't say for sure. But the models themselves have always looked pretty good. A little bit different, maybe better textures for the track, I think. But yeah, graphically, not a ton of difference. A lot of cool features, though. All right, we are slowly getting air in this car. I don't know what car that is, but it looks like it's fixing itself. I had a stubborn car. That might be indicative of some kind of problem. Because there are more defects now. More things can go wrong. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, so now all I have to do is tag this thing, and then the AI should go hump it for us. So let's make sure we're lined up. We're lined up into the hump yard, so that part's good. We are clear of the switch, so I can unlock that. Alright, so if we go here, and basically you need to have hump in the name, and it'll look for the nearest hump yard, but I'm going to name it Barstow Hump. Then, do we need the reverser? I don't think so. I think we're good now. I think. I'm not 100% sure. This is all new. Maybe I should relinquish the mainline back before AI recrew it. Mainline authority relinquished. All right. BNSF 6510 has been recrewed by AI for humping. There we go. Now it'll go hump the train. Woo! Got some horn authority. So basically all you have to do if you want AI to do it is make sure your hump controller is active, which I did earlier. And then name the lead unit, tag it with Hump, and it'll do the rest. There it goes. All right, auto DS is back on. We're everywhere, so we're good there. I really like the auto dispatcher because I pretty much play single player, just tinker around on my own. So it's nice to have the world kind of be alive. Stuff's happening. You don't have to constantly go babysit. And that's cool that you can actually interact with it as well. So we got authority to do some yard work in the yard, and yeah, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. Is it Senor? Senor Bay Lindo? I'll go with Lindo. Yeah, as a solo player, that's huge. Because this would just take forever. That's all good. No, Dave, the dispatcher is just for mainline trains. And it all goes off of tags. So industry switching is still up to players. We look at... like this is tagged. I'm not sure. It's a Z train. ALT to San Bernardino. I'm not sure if that's... I'm not sure what ALT is, but anyway. There's rules and whatnot that I'm not super familiar with. That's what the dispatcher uses to know where the train is supposed to be. This poor guy has never got to leave. I don't know if he's ever going to get to leave the yard. We're going to train. We got some new weather effects. Let's actually go to... let's get some precipitation going. Might take a while for it to change. Alrighty, so he's going to be humping the train. Means I can't move any of that power. Are there any other trains in the receiving yard that need power removed? I don't think so. I think we're good there. Looks like he's stopping. Oh, there we go. Now we got the rain. You can actually see the raindrops. I don't know if Twitch compresses that out. But check it out. You got rain effects on the windshields. And let me go grab a loco. If we hop in. Got two different levels of intermittent and then on. The wipers work. Check that out. You can open the windows. Sound changes. I haven't figured out how to close the windows yet. Oh, do you have to do it in the same place? Yeah, closing windows still eludes me. But you could open them. There's got to be like a mat. Oh, you can open doors too. Okay. Not sure how you close doors. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna have all the doors and windows open. I can't figure out... oh, my flashlight's on. I can't figure out how to close stuff. Yeah, we got a roof here, but probably going to be leaking some water in the back. Let me see if there's anything in the docks about that. Come here, you. Meanwhile, just enjoy the rain. Let's see here. User guide. V3 important changes. Well, there's turntables now too. We need to find a turntable. Play with that. Oh man, there's so much stuff in here. So many changes. Gosh, I'm just looking for windows. So much good stuff in here. Haven't even scratched the surface yet. Let's see, train tags.
Somebody's hosting the channel.
Doors and windows. Oh, it's shift left mouse click to close. That's why I couldn't close it. Alright, now we know. Here you go. When in doubt, read the documentation. Alright, let me get chat back up. Hey, SBJ, thanks for the host. Oh, is the turntable in the LA yard? Yeah, I may not have it then. Oh, you didn't see the host pop up? It might have been an auto host. I don't see it in my activity feed. So it might have been an auto host. But anyway, I always appreciate the host.
Somebody's hosting the channel.
Oh, there you go. It helps if you hold down the right key. Yay! We know how to close stuff now. Oh, that wasn't an auto host and it didn't pop up. Interesting. Why would that be? Huh, I have to look into that. I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, there we go. We're getting the hump messages. Darn it. Don't click on that. Anywho, that's the rain effects. But who are we kidding? It doesn't rain in Southern California. Put that back on auto. Relinquish that train. Let's go. Let's check out the hot humping action. Insert joke here. So the computer decides based on where the cars are going when to uncouple. And then this game has physics that actually works, so they'll just roll down into the yard. Oh, you heard the sound, but it didn't do the pop-up? Awesome. Yeah, there goes the air blowing out. Sadly, I don't think these are animated at all. The way these work is they squeeze these together as needed. It senses the speed of the car. And it'll retard the speed if it needs to. Yeah, they added some tracks, TKM. So there you go. Stuff's getting sorted. Really neat feature. I love that you can have the AI do that now. That's super handy. Does it have any buffer cars? I didn't use buffer cars. It's something I need to look into. Because you're not supposed to have... I mean, I don't think it matters in the game. You're not supposed to get the locomotive out here on this bridge. So normally you would have like 3 or 4 buffer cars. So I'll have to look into that. Hey, SBJ. Yeah, lots of big, cool changes. Nothing graphically. Everybody always asks about the graphics, but Run 8 is not about the graphics. It's about awesome simulation. So I was just showing off the rain effects. That's new. I put out a YouTube video earlier today showing how you can re-rail a derailed locomotive. So derailing and re-railing is in now. AI bumper control. That's what we're doing right now. And AI is sorting that train out for us. The new AI dispatcher is running the main lines. So that's new. The LSS is on. I think so, yeah. It actually has a lot of, like, stuff. It's just the graphics are simple. One thing I'd like to be able to do is turn shadows up, because it only renders shadows, like, so far from the camera. I've got more than enough horsepower. But anyway, shadows are good. Yeah, enable DLSS and ray tracing. Somebody's getting ready to go. Oh, look at you. You got a signal. Unit grain train getting ready to head out. Can you feel the power, chat? He's notching up. He's going to get on out here. ST-42s are wound up. I love all the little sounds in Run 8. Sound's always been fantastic. It's even better now. They've got a new, they're using F-mod, so a whole new sound system. Can even do 5.1 surround. Sounds really good in my headphones. I haven't figured out how to limit messages. They've got a whole new menu system, which is great. haven't figured out how to, like, tell it not to bug me about stuff. It's all just graphics. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just not a way to do that. Slow typing on the tablet. Yeah, no worries. Oh, dang, this is a long one. I saw some smoke. That's the mid-train helpers. Holy cow. Speaking of helpers, another big new feature is you can do a multi-crew now. So you can have crewed helpers. So that's pretty neat. You can be up in the lead locos. You can have your buddy back in the helper units. Multiplayer's always been really strong with Run 8, so it's just getting better. Has a lot of grain cars. Anyway, how are we doing over at the hump yard? Pretty good, but that was a long train, so it's still humping away. Look at this beast. Two more on the back. 3 in the middle. 4 up front. Dang. Actually, if I do train stats, 5,700 feet long, 12,000 tons, 84 cars, 9 locos. God dang. Yeah, Dave, all the previous stuff is compatible. So all my skins and stuff, as far as I know, just worked. I haven't noticed anything not working. Like all these boxcars and hoppers, and it just the installer it asks you if you have V2 where the folder is, and it just does it all automatically. As far as I know, everything worked. I don't have all of the car packs. There's a lot of them. So you will still see some Run 8 boxcars in here. But it's just aesthetics. You can see these are both Run 8 boxcars. What it does is it stretches it out. It scales it to how long it should be. And then the weight and everything is still the same. So the only difference is just how it looks. So obviously this is some kind of a long car. Might even be a different kind of auto rack since it's in with a bunch of other auto racks. Don't want to take control of that train. Yeah, it's ripping through that train pretty quickly. I don't suppose. So I don't think there's a turntable here at Barstow, is there? I don't remember hearing about one. I don't know if there is a turntable on the routes that I have. I don't have the LA route. Somebody said there was one in LA. You're waiting on a signal. What's the other big yard? Bakersfield? Oh, it does still have the Star Trek sounds. Awesome. All right, let's go look around Bakersfield. I don't think there's one here. It'd be a pretty specialized thing. Not used that much anymore. Yeah, I don't see any signs of a turntable. It's cool that they support them now, though. Oh yeah, I've switched this line. I forget what it's called, but I've done that. I'm pretty sure this is new. I've seen a lot of sunken tracks, like when they're embedded in concrete. I don't remember it being that way before. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I've ran some kind of local out of Bakersfield. I don't remember which one it is. Runs out of this yard over here. Rains everywhere. I don't know if anybody's stuck. I did find one earlier today where it had two trains coming at each other and they were stuck. So the dispatcher isn't perfect. So are you just... So you're waiting. Who are you? You're 7380? Why is that pink? It's a great question. Is that, yeah, it's because this switch, because this manual switch was thrown against it. Okay. Maybe I'll get traffic flowing. Woo! I might have done that earlier. I was messing around over here. That's probably my fault. Yeah, now he's getting routed out. All right, cool. That'll get that traffic moving. Actually, I heard the beep from inside the cab for the EOT moving. That's kind of cool. One thing I could turn off in V2 was this red cross when you're moving. I don't know how to turn that off in V3. I would like to turn that off. Something I haven't done in a while is save. But it is auto-saving every 30 minutes. Alright, got you on the move. Did V2 not just come out? No, V2 came out like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. V2's been out for a long time. Yeah, Dave, it does sound good. Even the corny sounds. When I first got it, they were overloaded. They basically DDoSed themselves by releasing version 3. I was having trouble getting the license to activate. So if it's not activated after 10 minutes, it starts doing goofy stuff. It started playing all these like pirate sound effects. There's like abandoned ship. All kinds of crazy pirate talk. That's pretty funny. Man, look at all this stuff over here. There's a lot to do. Take your pick. Time to get V3. Yeah, if you're wanting to. Some people will probably stick with V2 for a while. A lot of cool new features. Let me bring up the features again. Let's see what else we can go look at. We haven't looked at yet. So this is the important changes. Dispatch screens. So there's a lot more detail in the locomotives now. Let me go grab a locomotive. We got the stats now. So I already talked about the gear ratios. You have to watch this. You won't want to use one that's geared for like fast freight travel and try to go up to Tehachapi Pass or something like that. Gotta pay attention to that. Engine hours will affect performance. As they get older, they will wear out. And all this stuff now can have failures. Dynamic brakes, engine oil, alternator, fuel filter, turbo, water, air oil, air compressor oil, I guess. Yeah, fuel pump, and all your traction motors. So those can go bad and your performance can suffer. And it said you can service them, so I don't know exactly how that works. You can also add stuff here. I can see this one is different. It's got 2,300 hours. You can leave a message in there. Bad order card. The engineer, no comment. Yeah, they've got kind of a weird but often funny sense of humor. Traction motor temperatures. Yeah, we talked about that. Manned helper, we talked about that. For multi-crew. So you can have your buddy run the helpers if you want, instead of DPU, whatever it's called. Locomotive failures, just talked about that. There's tons and tons of stuff. I'm not going to go over every single thing. Oh yeah, that's something cool that we can show you. We got maintenance away items now. Get down here on the ground. Oh, that's a reefer. I hear the reefer running. Let's see, is it F6? Yeah. Put down stuff like fusies. If you're working on stuff. So that's kind of cool. More important probably for multiplayer or just, you know, immersion. And I don't actually know what all these mean. All these colors have different meanings. I mean, the blue one's obvious. People are working on stuff. So that's new. What else we got that's new? The hump controller, we went over that. Turntables. Does it say where it is? No, it doesn't. All right. A lot of changes to all the yards. Signaling changes. Oh yeah, class lights on the locomotives. I don't know which locomotives would have class lights though. I don't know if any of these do. That's just the ditch lights. Anyway, there's class lights now. True full screen rendering, which I'm not using, but that's nice for people that need full screen. Coupler options. Yeah, let me grab that one again. I was showing that a little bit earlier, but you can connect and disconnect the air hoses now, so you have to be careful doing that. Make sure you do that right. If you couple up, you got to connect the air hoses before you open the angle cocks, or you'll be blowing air out everywhere. And I put a video out on YouTube if you want to check that out. Derailing is a thing now, and you can re-rail things. It won't let me put a frog there because it's not derailed, but you can use the re-railing frogs. Flogs? I keep wanting to call them flogs. I did that in the video. You can use the re-railing frogs to get them back on the rail. It's pretty cool. Sounds like that train's getting ready to head out. What else is new? There's all kinds of stuff with the brake system. Let me get it to fly mode. What's up, Big Chris? What about Amtrak? Sorry, I missed that. That doesn't have any cars on it. How many cars either? We'll just grab this one. So there's a lot more. Oh, it's just the Amtrak locos. Yeah, that would make sense for the passenger stuff. There's more detail now with the air brakes. A little more realistic. You can cut them in and out and bleed them. You get all your details here for brake pipe, auxiliary reservoir, emergency reservoir, and brake cylinder. And you can set the retainer valves. I don't remember what all these mean to ELP, HPSD. But you can use retainer valves if you want. I don't think that's really used anymore. But I think you can set those to different settings. Like if you want to come down a big hill, you can just set them all on your cars. But I don't know for sure. You can do hazmat placards now on cars that support them. Let's see one of these tanker cars. Yeah, see, it's got the blank. So you can change those now. Down here where you can see it. You can set that. It's got a ton of them. Just for immersion. Train's getting on with it. Oh, those must be ballast cars. Those little shorties. Saw a string of those empty. Yeah, these guys. Must be for ballast. So, scrolling through the important changes, what else we got? Red control up and down arrow is stick your head out the window. It said it's improved. What's improved about it? Let's see. Engineer view. I don't know, it seemed to work fine before. I don't know what's different about that. If you weren't here earlier, you can open and close windows and doors now. Relinquish that. We'll stand on the track. It's dangerous. Just looking over the Oh, here's the retainer valve stuff. DE is direct exhaust. That's the normal position. Then we got LP, low pressure, HP, high pressure retain. And SD is slow direct. Direct cylinder will eventually release fully, but at a much slower rate. Okay. Want to slow down the release time, I guess. That's cool. Then it's got like a page and a half about the new version 3 air brakes. How they're much more detailed, a lot more different kinds of failures you can have with the brakes. I think that's what we had earlier, where the one car in the middle of the train was like stuck for a bit, and then it finally fixed itself. That was interesting. Take that back. There's like 2 pages worth of stuff about the brakes. I'm looking at the important changes PDF that comes with version 3. Anything else we haven't looked at? Locomotive control. Oh yeah, locomotive controls can be operated with the mouse. So let's hop back in here. It's a little strange because you have to grab kind of the... Okay, the horn doesn't work. You have to grab like in the middle of the control. You can't grab the handle. Like if you grab the reverser, you can't grab out here. You have to grab in like in the middle of the control. And then mouse up and down moves the controls. But these, yeah. If it turns blue, then... Oh, that's controlled by the rail driver, so it's very unhappy. Yeah, that's on my rail driver. Apparently the horn is not. It doesn't even move. It's not animated. What do you think, Bob? Yeah, Chris, all the V2 stuff's compatible with V3, just like it was for V1 and V2. So the installer will ask you where your V2 install is. Just point at your V2, and it brought in all my train sets. And I assume routes. I didn't actually go look. I think I had one extra route, maybe. I forget. But I have a bunch of rolling stock and locos. It seemed to bring all that stuff in just fine. Alright, we got flashing dish lights for units that have them. AI humping, we already went over. Oh, the AI will dim their lights now when you meet them out at night, which is nice. You can have a dragging equipment defect, which then can randomly disconnect air hoses, stuff like that. Spawn points can be created, edited, and deleted. Okay. Interesting. Got the flags and fuses. We looked that over. A lot of DPU changes. Oh, you can open text files with that. There's a new user notes thing. I put test in there earlier. Files are located in the region's user notes folder. Yeah, okay. You can put text files in there, and then it'll show up here in the drop-down. And then you have a scratch pad as well. That's a nice feature. A lot of EOT stuff. It's changed to be more realistic. Oh, I completely forgot about this view. How do you rotate? Oh, you rotate with the keys. Okay. Cool. Puts it in orbiting mode. That doesn't look at the train like it said it did. Okay, you have to move it up. This is kind of like the drive-by view like Train Sim has. Apparently it'll focus on the train. That's neat. Doors and windows. Talked about. Pretty much it. There's a ton of stuff I didn't go over, but those are the main big changes. So let's go see if our train's done humping yet. So we need to go back over to here. Free fly. Got a big smile on your face, Chris? Hey, look, we got a new train in. Uh-oh. Apparently there were too many nun cars. Filled the track. Are these not tagged? Let me go look here. So it looks like a bunch of the locals are not set up. I just kind of assumed the hump config would be correct. Let's go take a look here. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a bunch of the locals. I wasn't even looking at that. Oops. Okay. Well, now we know. AI holding. Yes, indeed. Change you back to none. We'll be consistent. I can't see. Parking brake on. Yeah, Run 8's really good. I agree. I love it as well. I'm a sucker for a good simulator. So many people just can't get past the graphics. I'm like, that's 99% of the stuff is not graphics. Who cares? But yeah, that's why Train Sim World is so popular. Lipstick on a pig. Alright, I think that, yeah, that train got in. He pulled into that track. I think I'm going to move that. I'm going to move this cut back. And we'll re-hump it after I do some reconfiguring. So to do that, I gotta remember how this works. That one. Okay. I need to relinquish my train. Now that's my train. Set all the handbrakes. Then copy player train. delete. There we go. Now it's back on that track. Totally not cheating at all. Those will get sorted back into the none track. So we need to add some stuff to the hump controller. I guess we can do that. Look at all those cars. Yeah, I loaded up. There's a scenario that comes with it called Busy Barstow, and it like populates the railroad. So you at least have something to start with. You can just start blank. Hump controller. Left control F6. And you turn that off. Can't remember, how do I... Remember how I can save different configurations. Maybe you can't. I don't remember. No, not within range. It'd be close to the controller. There we go. 26. Yeah, okay, so that's all the tracks. So what are some cars we're missing? Or some locals? LCal 0103. Can I just cheat and do that? Oh, I can. Nice. We got RCal 0141. I don't... So we can just copy all these. Just got to keep track of all the keys. A little bit awkward. I'm also reaching around my rail driver. Get to the keyboard. Makes it a little more awkward. Oops. Oh, also, when this has focus, it still controls the game, which I don't think should happen, but that's the way it works. Alright, 0171. There we go. Almost to the end of the train. $30.21. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. Whee! So back over to the hump controller. Can't have those both up at the same time. It takes some gymnastics here. Hit the keys. No, not that one. So it's control, left control F6 to open the hump yard controller. It's left alt F1 to open the scratch pad. Nope. So it's 30-21 after this one. These could maybe double up. I don't know how big the locals are. Alright. Save to disk. There we go. I could cheat and throw this on the back of the train. Hey, what's up, Dirt Devil? I think I saw in the notes that 250 was the largest. But I don't know for sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do... Relinquish my train. There. Left control F1. Clear that. Copy player train. Delete you. Now will it let me put this on the track? Track not clear. It's clear enough. Come on, game. There it goes. I just had to stick it way down there. That's the right track? Yep. Alright, we'll have the AI rehump this. I think I can just name this Hump and it'll work. Alright, we got this. It's the controlling one. Sounds like we got some loose valves. I wonder if the sounds change depending on like the hours. 4,500 hours? I don't know if that's a lot. 1487. Ground. There we go. Ride down. Uh-oh, speed. Don't tell the railroad police. The heck? You picking up me scratching my beard microphone? You're way too sensitive. That is a long ways down there. Wish it wasn't quite so sensitive about placing the trains. It's weird. It idles up when you go from notch 1 to idle. Oh, the meter on OBS was going, but maybe it wasn't actually coming through that much. Hey, Bethel Labs. Yeah, it's a good one. I've been enjoying it as well. A lot of cool new features. Whoa! One of them is not making sure you don't crash the train, though. You can still do boneheaded things. Ah! I'm stuck in the train! See, the air hoses no longer connect automatically. So I'm going to keep this angle cock closed. We're going to connect the air hose. And I need to go check the other end of the train. So we're going to buzz down there with this button because that's handy. Close that one up. So this probably has no air in it because it's already been humped once, but I needed to make some controller changes. Alright, back to the other end. So I'm really liking the AI dispatcher and the AI hump. That's pretty nice. Come on. There you go. Alright, you are open. Why are you not letting air through? Oh, is this pair not set up correctly? Ah. I never hooked these up. They were sitting in the yard coupled. I assumed they worked. Oops. There we go. That's what I was expecting to see. Alright, well, let's get air in this other loco, then we'll get air in the train. Yeah, Dirt Devil Run 8's always had really good system simulation. And it got even better with the V3. A lot more detail. Alright, let's get that fully open. Yeah, I just assumed those were working because it was coupled together when I started the game. I should not have assumed that. Oh, come on. When you're close like this, sometimes it's hard to click what you want to click. Alright. You are open. Arrows connected. Now we do partial on this guy. Now we're seeing the flow rate. Let me actually pull up the graphic here. So this will show air pressure. And then I think that's the brakes. So we'll start to see air pressure build up throughout the train. These two red circles are the locomotive. I've got them set right now with some independent brake. Pardon me, I had to cough. I want to monitor this flow rate. If you just open it full, you'll probably trip the emergency valve. Oh, I'm gonna have to go set the whole train, aren't I? I forgot about that. Because this has already been humped. Oh, no. No! Forgot about that. These should all be open though. We just need to connect the arrows. Darn it. Too many things to click on. Just double check. This should be. I want that closed. Not partial. There we go. Yeah, I gotta go hook the entire train up. I forgot. Because it's already went through the hump yard once. We gotta connect all these air hoses. Do. Actually, what would be quicker? I'm gonna do this a quicker way. If I can click on the right thing. Let me close you up. You're closed. Disconnect. Pull the coupler pin. Forget which way was forward on these. Which one's the lead unit? You're the lead unit, right? So you're forward. Alright, handbrakes on. Relinquish you. Make this my train. Then I've got the angle. Yeah, I don't have the brake pressure sheet, but so now what I can do is you find one that's not already hooked up. Now I can just hit F7. Tink. And I'll connect all the air hoses. That's the cheaty way to do it. We still have to build up air pressure. But that'll set all the air hoses to connected. Alright, relinquish my train. Grab this guy again. There we go. Slam it home. Alright, we're getting some independent brake back on. Let's get back to ground. Alright, connect the air hose. Open you up. Partially open you up. Now we should get a ton of air filling the train. Unless when I did F7 it set this one. Nope, it's still closed. Alright, good deal. Zip back to the front of the train. Alright, something's not right. What'd I screw up this time? Maybe nothing. We do have flow. These guys are all open. I think we're pumping air into the train now. Maybe? I'm not seeing it here. Alright, let's go hop in the cab. Yeah, flow meter's maxed out. We got good air pressure. I think these locos have mechanical air pumps. So I'm going to put it in notch 4. The reverser's neutral, so we're not going to go anywhere. That should give us some maximum air pumpage. Not sure why we're not seeing air though. Oops. Let's going on here? What's up, Fred? It's a little confusing right now, but overall it's been good. Oh, I'm dumb. That's what's going on. I don't have any brakes set. So they are filling up with air. But there's no brakes set on the train. Right. Makes perfect sense now that I understand what the heck's going on. Frustrating. Now we're good. I was just being dumb. So if I bring up... Well, let's just hop back in the cab. So I'm going to make a 10-pound reduction. And that will flow throughout the train, in theory. We're pumping a lot of air somewhere. Our flow meter is pegged. But I'm still doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? I'll cut in. He's pumping up. Okay, it is pumping up. It's just not enough to show on the meter, I guess. We'll just keep an eye on the flow rate. I think once it gets down to, is it below, I forget now, is it below 100? You can open it all the way up. Let's try it. Darn it, there's too many things to click on. Engineer view. All right, we didn't trip the emergency, so we're good. Is a fox using the arrows as a hairdryer? No, it's just the train was completely empty of air, and it takes a while to pump up. And at first I was doing some things wrong, but we're all good now. Should be all good. I'm not seeing any indication yet. I'm going to release. I'm going to actually go back here and put an EOT on here too, so we can actually see what's going on. So a new thing now, it hooks the EOT up to the air hose. You actually have to open up the air so it can read the air pressure. That's a normal noise, right? Probably a normal noise. Yeah, not much air back here yet. But what that lets me do is remotely monitor the brake pressure in the pressure in the brake pipe at the back of the train, which is right here. So we're getting there. We've got 90 pounds at the front. We've got 70 at the back. It's probably fine. Dave says it's fine, so we're good. Release the independence. We're just pumping air for all we're worth. That's why it's in notch 4. Not sure what emergency enabled means. Is that bad? Good now. We got 75 pounds on the back. 77-ish. You spazzing out over there, Bob? So there's a lot of waiting when you have a railroad simulator. Just had a little micro sleep. Something. We're still, our flow meter's still pegged out, but they changed the way this works to be more realistic, so I don't really know what to expect behavior-wise now. But I would expect, yeah, it's starting to come down now. I would expect as this gets close to 90, which is what we have at the front of the train, then the flow would taper off, and it looks like that is the case. It's starting to come down. It's no longer pegged. So that's good. It's good, right, Bob? So I'm doing all this just for fun, basically, because I'm going to turn this over to the AI and have it do its own thing. This is more about me learning the new systems and shaking the rust off. It's been a while since I did railroading in Run 8. Wait, what? No, rail driver. I had you in 4. For as much as it costs, the rail driver's a piece of junk. I mean, it's cool, but it's very imprecise. Now, Bob knows he has to be an engineer because I'm terrible. He's a conductor / engineer. Here we are. We're down to about a half flow right now. We're looking good. We're all white across the board. That changed. What did that say? Still don't know what emergency enabled. Does that mean it'll put the train into emergency if it senses a problem? Don't actually know. Let me see if that's in the docs. Important changes. Where's the EOT section? Emerge enabled indicates that the EOT and radio are linked and an emergency application of the air brake system can be initiated from the EOT if necessary. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Message display. Com test. Oh, it said com okay, didn't it? Okay. Cool. Is there a com test button? Sure is. Hey, Jackal. Yeah, I remembered that after I read the docs. Cool, you can even do a com test. I like it. Alright, our flow's basically down to nothing. Get the chat back up. Get back over here. We can bring that out of notch 4. And let's do a brake test. I don't remember how to do the 100% realistic brake test, but we're going to do something. So let's do a 20-pound reduction. that off. Hey, Baco. No change. Not able to do anything yet. I need to talk to my boss. He's basically ignored me for 2 days. It'll take a couple weeks before I know how the new job's going, because I can't. You have to get access to stuff, you gotta learn the environment, you gotta talk to people. So far I've been able to talk to one person and like poke around a little bit. Read some documentation. There we go. So that went throughout the train pretty well. Then we release. You can see this will go back to white as the airflow goes throughout the train. There we go, back to pretty much fully released. Very nice. All right, this train is done. DUN done. I need to go. I don't think I enabled the hump controller. I need to turn that back on. Doink. Then we should be able to fly right past my train. It's tagged. We should be able to just AI recrew it. And it'll go hump itself. I know, that sounds bad, but it's a hump yard. Then those cars that didn't get sorted should get sorted now. Oh, that train finally got to leave. That container train that sat here for like hours. He finally got to leave. Awesome. What if that means we could leave in this auto rack train? Alright, we're now in this train. This is one I tried to leave earlier, and there were so many trains I could never get out of the yard, so I just gave up. That was earlier today before I was streaming. Alright, let's hop in here. Put the handbrakes on. Headlight switch is synced up. You're all good. All right, let's see if we can let dispatch. Let's see if we can have dispatch get us out of here. 3213. Now you can just go here and do it through the menu, but we're gonna go old school. Switch over to channel 32, and then tone up the dispatcher star 13. Barstow Tower, we would like to get out of here. Okie dokie. BNSF 7335. They should tell us to follow signals, which means we're gonna have to know the signals. I don't really know the signals that well. I mean, green and red, I can figure that out. So when they start flashing and blinking and changing colors, that's when I get confused. Green means go, red means stop. Sometimes. Oh, dispatch. Hey, proceed on signal indication. Roger that. So now we gotta wait for that little dwarf signal to change. Hey, Twitch Medical, how's it going? So now we wait. Got lots of needles and dials to look at, which is cool. I don't know if these actually change that much. I know the compressor RPM, you can see that kind of stuff working. We'll see if the axle temps and all these, we'll see if these change as we start heading out. If we can ever get out of here. We're here. Oh, we got a UP train going through. Maybe once he's clear, we can get out of here. Yeah, they do have the alerter system. I've got that on my rail driver. If that's what you mean, it'd bring the train to a stop. But if you go through a signal, I don't think that... There's nothing automated there as far as I know. It's not like some places in Europe where you're just kind of along for the ride. You would just get fired and maybe thrown in jail. Yeah, we're waiting on this guy. That's that signal. We're waiting on this guy right here. Pretty sure that's what we're waiting on. Unit coal train rolling through. Why was my bell on? What are you smoking, train? Yeah, we're waiting on that dude right there. Freedom! BNSF 7335 switches are lined for another train right now. Yeah, I noticed that. Can you smell the diesel? Yeah, smells good. All right, there's the rear of that train. So once he gets ahead to the next block, hopefully we'll get to go. That's so cool, like the audio changes. Well, that door doesn't open, huh? Sad face. Oh wait, no, I was doing it wrong. It does open. Happy face. Can I open Bob's window? Bob, can I open your window? No, I can't open Bob's window. Looking at that stuff works. Alright, there goes the rear of that train. Got windshield wipers. So I'm not sure if once he gets past that signal, I don't know when we'll be able to go. But I'm hoping it's soon. This is why I like switching and industry stuff. You always got something to do. When you're running a mainline train, there's a lot of waiting. But I want to try out the cool new dispatcher. You can see it in the twitch compression. There's the rear of that train that just went by. Eventually this switch will switch and we'll get a signal that we can go. Then we'll have to figure out the other signals. And I don't know if the dispatcher will say anything or if it just change. Really wish I could turn that stuff off. Hey, Mr. Snipes. Switching with the Steam. Yeah, it could be pretty fun. Behind scheduled. Yeah, I know, it's too real. You better not be routing another train through here. I don't see anything else coming. Maybe it has to be... So we've got a yellow. Maybe once it gets ahead another block? Not sure. I guess we should see it change. Here, we're here. This switch needs to line and then we'll get routed out. To here. Right? It's a little confusing because it never looks the same on the diagram. No, I don't have to throw that switch. It's under dispatcher control. It'll yell at me. Can't throw the switch. I think we have to wait till this train gets more clear or something. I don't know. I don't know what we're waiting on. We're just waiting on dispatch. Yeah, that's that unit coal train that just went through. I think. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're at the mercy of the dispatcher. My happy place is running locals. I like just all the little fiddly details with like the air brakes and stuff. I don't do much mainline running on Run 8. When I've done it in the past, I've just been dispatching for myself. We're trying out the new AI dispatcher. I don't know what he's got going on. We're not lined up yet. Yeah, I really enjoy the locals. It kind of looks like he's waiting on... I'm waiting on this 5281. Oh, okay. That's... I thought this was that train. There's two trains there. Gotcha. I'm not sure if we're waiting for this block to clear. I don't know what we're waiting on. Does he yell if you re-request? I don't think so. But I don't know if re-requesting would do any good. I don't see anything coming in through here. This stuff's all headed westbound, it looks like. So why don't you let me out? That's what I want to know. Yeah, all I have is cancel my routing. I'll request again and see what happens. Acknowledged. Have some patience for Pete's sake. I just want to drive my train. This is like the... Yeah, I need that view when we're starting out. So we should come in here, and then I'm not sure... Actually, I'm not sure where we're going. What's my tag? We're headed to San Bernardino, but that doesn't tell me much because I don't know the routes that well. Let's see if San Bernardino... That goes to Bakersfield. I don't remember which direction it goes to San Bernardino. I think it was south, but maybe not. I have to go out to Cajun Sub? Sorry, Cajon. I always call it Cajun, but it's Cajon. These guys just being super slow. What's the deal here? Where are you going? You're not going to San Bernardino, I can tell you that. Sang Ding train. I was looking at that one. So is that green? Is that where it wants to route me? Surely not, because this would be... No, because that's coming in from the other direction. I don't know. I don't know what I'm waiting on. Couldn't tell you. Oh, that changed. Maybe I'm waiting on this somehow, but I can't get there from here. One engine? I'm not sure. Wasn't paying that much attention. There's 3 on the front of that one. 2 on the back? Yeah, 3 on the front, 2 on the back. That's a loaded coal train. A lot of tonnage. Oh, it's opening up more blocks. Maybe this is what I'm waiting on, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. The green is creeping, but that would go over to here for the receiving yard. Oh, that's right. I'm too far away. Why my bell's on sometimes when I come back. Well, here we sit, chat. Here we sit. Extra big coffee thermos? Yeah. I think is the hump job finished? I stopped seeing messages pop up. Yeah, hump job is done. It doesn't look like it worked though. See, the SPD 3021 should have went to track 20, but it didn't. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'll have to figure out what's going on. So basically it did the exact same thing again. They threw all of them in this track instead of putting them in the track they're supposed to go. Oh, wait. No, those are all... These all have a manual throw, but they're actually also computer controlled. So, I don't know why, but that didn't work. More research required. I'm just going to delete that. We don't need them. They were extras. Here we sit. So maybe I did something wrong with the hump controller setup. I'm not sure. Let's see, is there a track info? Yeah, there we go. If I turn milepost tags on. So it's shoving all that in track 1? Oh. I was looking at it backwards. I thought that track over there was the nun stuff. There's just too many things going to that track. So 0141, that's already there. Ah, this goes on over. Holy cow! Okay, so that's what's going on. It's just got too many cars in that first track, and I thought that was the in track, but it was the other side, so yeah. This was a complete waste of time. I misunderstood the problem. So that's how the hump yard's job's going. We still cannot go. I don't know why. So I'm tempted to cancel our dispatch and try again. All right. Routing canceled. The other possibility is there's just no way to route to where we need to go. Let me go over to the depot. They've got some nice maps. One of the easiest ways is just to look at the Depot Plus train tracker for the Depot Plus servers. So we're in Barstow. We need to go to San Bernardino, which is south. So it should route us out Mojave. Oh, maybe that's why we can't get there from here. But it's not smart enough to say you can't get there from here. No, there's Mojave, that direction. But it should, in theory, route us out through... here, I think. There's Mojave. I don't know. It's so confusing because I don't know the routes. It looks like that would be the south one. Am I looking at that wrong? So we're in here. That's the Cajon. Oh, yeah, we need to go out this way. So we should be able to route up through here. Not here. I'm not sure why it can't do that. Or what it's waiting on. You got me. Yeah, that would make sense. It's April 1st and everybody's giggling. The only thing I can figure is there a... So that's 5281. Should be clear. That's Mojave. Now I'm looking at the wrong direction. I get all turned around. Yeah, I don't have this route, so I should be able to go out this way. I don't know why I can't. There's no train sitting here. Should route me that way. Looking at the wrong sub? No, I don't think so, Bethel Labs. I think that for whatever reason, the dispatcher just doesn't want me to go. I can't figure out why, though. But I don't know why this is showing green. Unless it's... So there's a white space there. I don't see any other trains. Maybe naughty and line the switches up myself. Oh, there's a train out there. Did you just spawn? Did you literally just spawn 9003? Hey, look, boss, the track's clear. Can't switch those for whatever reason. What's up, Red Tails? I may have just utterly confused the dispatcher. There we go. Now I got that to switch. So why won't it let me out? It's a great question. I have no idea. Okay, acknowledged. Don't have any signal indication yet, but my switches are still set the way I had them set. You should tell me in a minute to follow signal indication. Yeah, he's gonna spawn another train and then tell me to sit and wait. Sit on your thumb and spin. Come on, Otto. You can do it. Proceed on signal indication. Then I don't get a signal. See, what's it doing up here? Like, it literally changes this signal, which has nothing to do with me. I think it's confused. I think it's just bugged. What do y'all think? I think it's just bugged. I don't think we're ever getting out of here. Unless we take matters into our own hands. It's still trying to do something up here, which doesn't do me any good. I'm so confused. Unit alarm? Well, crap. Now my train's broken down. What's unit alarm mean? What's broken? What'd they break? Like out of gas or something? Speaking of which, where is my gas quantity? I don't actually know. I know you can see it in the menu when you click on the loco. I think it'd be in here somewhere. Oh, there it is, fuel quantity. Now we got tons of fuel. I don't know what unit alarm means. It's probably not good. One of my other locos blowing up. Well, crap. Let's look on here. No, that one says it's okay. That one says it's all good. Oh, the fuel pump failed on Unit 3. Alright. Well, there's that. Well, random failures are working. Do I need to do something to tell it not to care? Awesome. Here we go. Since I isolated it, it looks like it's happy now. Can't win for losing, chat. I think that's a bug. Unless there's just something going on that I'm not understanding. I think that's a bug. So here's what we're going to do. How do I get my... There's another little window that was open. Here we go. We turned off the auto dispatcher. Turned it back on. Crap, how do I get that little window up? Nope. Yeah, damn it. There was a little options thingy that popped up. I don't know how to get that to show up. Do. No idea what that's called. Could be called anything. Screw it. Let's turn it all off. Alright, no more automatic dispatching. Let's get out of here. You're gonna get turned off. Hey, look. We can drive right out of here. No problem. All right, we're moving. Hey, all the little needles down there are doing stuff. Cool. Now, in theory, we're lined up to get out of here. We have good signals and all that stuff. You better hurry, Jackal. We're on the move. Not the smoothest driver on the railroad. I hear a lot of crashing and banging behind me. It's probably not good. So let's do that. There we go. We don't need to blow the horn. I just like to. Dang train, slow down. That's cool. They added the like tracking. I don't remember if they had that before. Riding off into the sunset. Alright, there's that signal. Wait, where are we going? This ain't right. Oh, crap. Was there a manual signal back there? Or a manual switch? This is definitely not right. What happened? Oh, there's a manual switch. There's manual switches too. Not just the dispatch stuff. Son of a... Was that the problem the whole time? I bet that was the problem the whole time. This manual switch wasn't lined right, so it couldn't route me out. Management would like a word with me. That's usually the case. That happens a lot. Supposed to see it downhill because it's pulling itself right out of here. So we need that switch. Train. This is the part where you stop. It'll stop eventually. Was that my whole dang problem? I got a feeling, chat. I got a feeling. Derail mechanics. It's actually harder to derail than you might imagine. If you check out my YouTube channel, I did a video today where I derailed some locos and then re-railed them with the frogs. Yeah, I bet that was my problem the whole dang time. I'm gonna go test that theory. Let me get back in my track yard. Dial up the dispatch now. Dad, I wrecked the car. Yeah, everybody act natural. Oh, what a goober. I didn't even think there would be manual switches there in this. This is all like, you know, dispatcher control territory. Never even crossed my mind. What a derp. Yeah, you shouldn't, but the manual switches you are responsible for. It does say that in the docs. I just didn't realize there was one over there. Yeah, let's see. Let's do a 10-pound reduction. That'll get us started at least. Yeah, we're far enough along. Let's just go ahead and go for the 20. This thing stopped. Alright, that's back pretty much the way it was. Am I clear on the tail end? Yeah, we're clear on the tail end. All right, cool. Hey, let's try out the dispatcher stuff. That'll be fun. Oh, hey, let's turn it back on. It'll be fun. I bet that's it. If that's it, that's fine. It means it's not buggy. It just means I'm a derp and I didn't check all the switches. All right, he acknowledged. We gotta wait a bit. Usually takes about, what, a minute? And it'll say, follow signal indications. Actually, while we're here, let's go double check. All right, manual switch is good. That manual switch is good. That manual switch is good. And then that is dispatcher controlled. Beautiful. Not even any other trains around here. Come on, dispatch. You can eat that donut later. Proceed on signal indication. Hey, look, he threw the switch for us. We're routed out where we're supposed to go. We're on a different track, but hey, look at that. Works like a champ. Yeah, I'm dumb. What are you gonna do? EOT is on the move. First try. We nailed it, chat. We are so good at this game. There was nothing wrong with it. There's a manual switch up here. It's not dispatch controlled. It's got a hand throw. And it was lined up to go into the engine servicing yard instead of out onto the main line. So therefore the dispatcher could not route us correctly. It was trying to do silly stuff. So the problem, I just didn't check carefully enough. Always got to look for those manual switches. Go orbit cam. Oh, you can't move it with the mouse, huh? Alright. Well, if you look, you'll see little, actually, I'm not seeing them here in the yard. I was going to show you. Now I don't have an example. Well, anyway, there's basically controlled switches and manual switches. So the controlled switches, you can just click here and it moves it. because they have a controller. Whereas the hand throws, you actually have to get out and click on them on the ground and throw them. It was a switch right there. Instead of going out on the main line, it was going down here to the engine service area. Switches are lined for another train right now. What? So that green means I need to stop there? Is that how that works? I thought we were good to go. No, we are good to go. What? I'm confused again. It doesn't take much. Yeah, that's all lined up and good. I got green. I don't know why he was saying it was lined for another train right now. Let's see. How long is my train? 3762. Setting a counter so we know when we're out of the yard there. This rail driver is so out of tune. I'm moving the throttle like half its range to go between notch 2 and notch 3. Not working out great. I probably need to recalibrate it with its utility. Haven't used it in like months. Don't buy a rail driver unless you just have money to spend. Don't like save up and buy one, because it is a piece of junk. For like 200, I forget, is it 200, 250? Something crazy amount of money. And it is very cheap quality for that kind of price. I don't regret buying one. I mean, I had the money, so it's not a huge deal, but I do regret that it's the only option and it's way overpriced. Oh, sorry, if you're not familiar with the rail driver, it's a train controller. Levers and knobs. Let me see. I don't have my green screen up, but let's see if I can get this thing up there. So it's got levers and knobs and stuff for driving trains. And it's just not calibrated very well. It's sloppy, I guess is one way to say it. For the price, it shouldn't be sloppy, in my opinion. Got it used for 140. That's a pretty good deal. I think maybe I got mine on sale for 200. I don't remember. I did buy it new, but it was on sale, I think. The overall like build quality and stuff is okay. It's just so sloppy. But it does help if you calibrate it with the utility. Not in-game, but actually calibrate it with its own rail driver utility. And then calibrate it in-game, then it works better. Oh, let's get back in some throttle. Yeah, equalizer. I had a lot of trouble when I bought it. Like the buy page actually timed out. I got a 504 gateway error, but it did charge my credit card, so I just waited. Then I got an email that said it had charged me. All right, we're past the switch, but I wasn't paying attention what our track speed was. 30. All right. So I got an email that said it had charged me. So I waited, and in about another half hour or so, I got an email with the download link. And then the download link wouldn't work. Kept trying. Eventually the download link worked. Then when it actually got to the part where it was downloading, it was really fast. Then it wouldn't register the license for a long time. It finally got that registered. So yeah, it was a process. Just be patient. They're overloaded. Oh, that sucks, Equalizer. I bet it just got lucky on the download. Once it started, it zipped along pretty good. It only took a few minutes to download. Oh, it's definitely a paid update, yeah. It's a whole, like, new version of the game. Tons of features. Alright, coming up to 22. .60 speed now. Shouldn't be anybody ahead of me because I don't own the Cajon sub. So these little things down here are changing. Like our oil temps are up, water temps up, oil pressure, all this stuff is like working. That's pretty cool. Axle temps are coming up. Amps are looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and keep notching up. Yeah, the sound system is a lot better. They use F mod now, and it'll even do surround sound. And just the quality of the sounds are better. It's always sounded good, but it sounds even better now, at least to me. That's a red, isn't it? That may be because the track ends up here. Oh, that's the two rightmost tracks, isn't it? I'm not a very good road engineer. I do mostly switching. I'm pretty rusty. Yeah, that's those two tracks. I very rarely get out on the main line, unless I'm going to an industry to switch. I thought we'd try something different, try out the dispatcher. Yeah, it looks like we're all set though. It was just that manual switch was fouling up the works. Here we go. Run 8 is in run 8. Try out the new camera. Nice. I've played a little bit on the Depot public server, but I don't have enough time to get good and get checked out and dedicate myself to playing on the Depot Plus. If I had the time, I'd be all for it. Here we go, riding off into the sunset. Yeah, I'm familiar with Depot Plus. I just don't have the time. Man, that sounds good. Here it goes. Off into the sunset. Need some weathering on them? I mean, they are weathered. Reflectivity might be a little high, though. How do I... Oh, here we go. Trying to get an orbit view up next to the car. So, I mean, they're metal. They're going to shine a little bit. Oh, no, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, the rain's pretty good. Yeah, for people that haven't seen it. It'll take a little while to kick in. I guess it stays relative. I wasn't paying attention. I looked down. We were doing 66 mile an hour. So took a little throttle out. There we go. Now we're starting to get some rain. And if we hop in the cab. Oh no! Decent rain effects. Yeah, now that we're getting dark, there was an option in here for... Forgot, it turns the bell on. Headlight intensity. Where was that? That was somewhere here. So that's the end of the sub. I forgot it was coming up that quick. I don't own that part. So our train just got deleted. Oh, here it is. I was going to check out headlight intensity, but then our train got deleted. So you can buy the Cajon sub, and then you would continue on down to San Bernardino. I don't remember which subs I have. I was thinking I bought one of the littler routes, but I don't remember for sure. So yeah, let's head back and get a different train. Wanted to check out the headlight stuff. Then I do need to call it quits. I gotta work tomorrow. Let's see. Let's head back over here to the departure yard. Here, you'll work. You're my new train. So does that actually change? Oh, it does. Okay. It actually changes the intensity. Okay, I wasn't sure what that did. Pretty cool. Set that back to auto. There we go. Nighttime. that's actual California time. Let's dial it back to 10:54. Yeah, I can't remember if I bought any other routes or not. It's been quite a while since I played Run 8. But I need to head off to bed. Only thing I couldn't really check out was the turntable. I don't think there's a turntable on any of the routes I own. But they did add turntable support. Lots of cool new features. I like it. Where am I? Ground view. Relinquish. There's even footstep sounds. It's in LA. Yeah, that's what somebody earlier said. That may be the only one. I need to save. That always bites me. World. Kerbo World. Save. There we go. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. I just play this kind of sporadically, but with the new version out, we'll be playing it here and there. And if you like Run 8, I do have some videos on my YouTube channel. Go check that out, including one today where I derailed and then re-railed some locomotives. Checking out that new feature. That was pretty cool. So have a great night or morning, whatever it may be, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.